In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Bougie Show, South Florida edition. My guest joining me today is a social media influencer, plus-size model, independent adult content creator, the one and only Romi Chases in the building. You wasn't expecting all that?
I just was going to say hi, everybody. Very glad to be here. Happy to be here.
Welcome to the Bougie Show, Romi.
Hi.
See, I didn't realize you came all the way from Kendall. You were telling me prior to the interview.
I did. I sure did. Yeah. I figured it was worth it.
Yeah. Thank you for joining us because this is our first event down here. So it's cool to have you on. I did my little research on you, my 1-2. I got a lot I want to discuss with you. First, I want to say you have a degree. You have a degree in linguistics, right? Linguistics, right? Linguistics. Oh, sorry, linguistics. And you used to work as an English teacher. How did the transition from that to adult content creator happen?
Yeah, everybody's always like, wait, what? So yeah, like the whole move from overseas, because I'm from Poland.
Yes, I did see that.
So the move from overseas to America is very hard. It's very pricey. It's expensive, and it just takes a long time. So when I came here, I realized, first of all, I couldn't work legally because I still was waiting for my papers. And I didn't get my green card until like 2019, and I came in 2017. So I couldn't get a legal job as a teacher in America anyway. But at that point, I just realized that my degrees were pretty much worthless here because I'm an English major. And I mean, what am I going to do here? Like, plus, there's not much money to be made in teaching in America. And I'm just not really made for 9 to 5 like that. So I started picking up gigs to try to pay rent.
Right. Absolutely.
Pay the bills. I wasn't legally allowed to work. So I had to pick up, a gig here, a gig there. I started wrestling for money.
Literally wrestling?
Wrestling scrawny guys. So it was like a fetish thing.
Oh, okay. Got you.
So I was like a big girl with a scrawny guy. So I did that for money. Did some modeling, boudoir, glamour. And then I just, at some point I just realized that it's really popping for me. It's a hit, People like me. I'm getting a lot of attention. So I was just like, I started my company. I registered S Corp right there. As soon as I got my...
You started doing escort work?
S Corp.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Escort. Okay, got you.
As soon as I got my green card, because I was allowed to work illegally in the States, I registered my S Corporation. And I took it from there. Yeah.
Wow. Because I saw that when I was doing my due diligence on you, that you were saying how you weren't appealing to the men in Poland, but as soon as you came over here into the United States, it was like, oh yeah.
Let me tell you. So first of all, like I've talked about this a lot, but I don't mind sharing it again. In Europe, the beauty standards are very, very strict, especially in Eastern Europe. So if you're not a skinny blonde with blue eyes and like no boobs, no hips, probably not going to get much attention from men, let alone a career in modeling or porn or anything like that.
Got it.
That's based off appearance. So, I never really thought about it. I was pretty shy there. I was not a confident woman at all. All I wore was black pants and oversized sweaters. And I just, I felt ashamed of my body.
Yes.
And then I came to America. Mind you, I lived in the South. Okay? That should tell you everything you need to know.
Yeah.
They love thick girls down here.
Thick girls. Yeah.
So, I definitely realized I'm getting a lot of attention here. And that definitely boosted my confidence and helped me make that decision, to use my assets to make money.
Right. You stated in an interview, there are people who want to take advantage of you. Models have to know how to say no, know your value, approach every single challenge with extreme care, end quote. Have you personally had people try to take advantage of a situation with you on model shoots and things of that nature?
Absolutely. My very first shoot. I don't know if I've spoken about this before, but my very first shoot. Obviously, I was a rookie. I didn't know how to pose. I didn't know what I was doing. I was uncomfortable. I had to take a few shots before the shoot because that's how uptight and uncomfortable I was in front of the lens. And then I I had stated to the photographer, I told him that I wasn't comfortable with shooting anything other than fashion looks. At first, like some glamour stuff and maybe boudoir, but like, lingerie, that's the most I'll go. And then next thing I know, I'm shooting implied nudity because I got pushed into it. He wasn't like, he didn't say, hey, you have to do this. But the
he
wording that
yes,
he absolutely finessed the situation. He used the fact that I was a rookie, that I didn't know I wasn't assertive enough.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah.
So next thing I know, he's picking out outfits like see-through robes for me to put on and just, cover so I can cover my boobs and do implied nudity. And yeah, I didn't catch on that it was wrong until later, much later. But yeah, that's just one of the situations. There's been plenty of situations where people did that.
Did they end up releasing that? You signed off on it?
Well, so this was that's the worst part, this was a TFP shoot, which was a free shoot. And I didn't even get the edits back at all. I've never seen the pictures. To this day, I have never. And he blocked me also. I also recall another situation when I shot for a magazine. I'm not going to throw names around because I'm not the kind of person, but there was a shoot for a magazine that we planned out. I traveled and we did a shoot for the magazine. The photos were never published. But on top of that, I ended up doing a nude shoot for the photographer for his personal, I don't know, OnlyFans or whatever the platform was that he was selling it on. So yeah, I definitely did. I made some mistakes,
Yeah, well, that's a part of the journey.
For sure.
You got issues, particularly with Instagram and the lack of consistency in the rules, and you stated. Some seem to be getting away with more risk content while others cannot post clothes photos without being worried about getting deleted or shadow banned. You care to elaborate?
So let me just say this. If you like me, if you have huge boobs and a huge butt and people are going to objectify me and fetishize me just based of what I look like. It doesn't matter what I have on. Okay, I could have a turtleneck on, and some guy gonna be like, "Oh my God, look at them titties!" Right.
Of course.
So let me just say this: my entire existence goes against community guidelines on Instagram.
Okay.
So I definitely have to be very careful with what I post, and that's one of my most precious pieces of advice I would say that I would give to women that try to do this is don't go off of hearsay, because like you said, somebody can post a bikini picture and it'd be okay,
right? But
then I post and it's nudity and sexual activity. So I definitely have to be very cautious with what I post, and just captions have to be very tamed. It pisses me off a lot because it fucks with my money. It really messes up my money. That's the main problem I have with it,
With your platform, do you think that there are people that are going out intentionally reporting your page if something is a little seductive or provocative or whatever the case may be, and that's causing it, or what do you think is naturally behind it? Because you're not naked, so
no,
why is it becoming an issue? You're not showing nipples and because you got women that show camel's toes literally,
they show nipples too.
Right. So I'm just trying to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out how.
Okay, so I have at this point 1.4 million followers on Instagram alone. That's just Instagram.
Right.
So obviously I do have a lot of haters.
Right.
I have people who hate the fact that I do adult work. I have men who try to save me from that life.
I believe it.
I have women who absolutely hate the fact that their boyfriend is looking at my picture.
Right.
So I do have a lot of people who I believe report my stuff. But that's not the problem. People are going to be reporting your stuff regardless. But the problem is the inconsistent algorithm that allows for that to happen. That allows the robot, because it's a robot who reviews the reports. Right. The algorithm allows the robot to take down something that doesn't violate the community guidelines. That's the problem. Yeah. I don't have problems with rules at all. I love rules, Give me a set of rules, I'll follow it, But what I want is I want it to be concise. and consistent. Okay, and it's not. That's the problem I have with Instagram.
And I think most of that started occurring when Facebook took over it, right?
I would say so. It's just been getting progressively worse. For sure. Every now and then there's a period of time when you can get away with a little more when they're like in between the algorithms, because they change it every now and then. Yeah, they won't let you be great. They have to change. Once you feel like you figured out the algorithm, the new one, they finna change it again.
Right.
So don't get used to it for sure. But yeah, it's been getting progressively worse for sure over the last few years for sure.
Romi Chase joining us on the Bougie Show. Now, I want to ask you, how did you? Majority of your followers are men?
Yes.
Okay. And what you think was the key move, or what happened in your career where it really busted the door open? What did you do, or what events occurred?
Which you mean
as far as you like, okay, wow, there's a real platform here. Yes, exactly.
Okay, so I try to like be very engaging and interactive on my platforms, even though I do have 1.5 million followers. There's very few models out there. You can literally search and won't find anybody that replies to every single comment the way I do. Right. And I have thousands of comments, but I do that. So
you give the hopeless a little hope by responding to them.
I care about my audience.
You care about it.
I wouldn't put it like that.
Yeah. Well, I'm being the outside looking in.
Other than just being interactive and engaging, I try to like put out quality work, because that's one thing that women don't understand in this industry. They think they're hot, and that's it. Mm-hmm. You think you're hot shit on a silver platter, and man gonna throw money at you, but it ain't gonna work like that at all. Like, I'm sorry, there's always somebody hotter, younger, that offers more for less. There's always somebody out there that's better, you know?
Yeah. Especially in the world that you're in.
Right. So I focus a lot on quality content and interaction, personal interaction. That's my thing. I love it. Custom videos, video calls, one-on-one sexting, things like that. That's my thing. I love it. And that's a luxury service too. So I get to, that's an excuse for me to upcharge a little more for that.
Right. Wait. We hit a horn for that. Now, the Bougie Show is an adult entertainment platform, and I know you're not a porn star, but it's time to talk adult stuff.
Ooh,
all right?
I'm ready. Bring it on.
What type of activities occur on your OnlyFans?
What type of activities? So like the content that I do? Okay. I do lots of solo stuff. Not just me just simply masturbating, but I try to incorporate plot in my videos.
Of course.
So it's always very interactive, like I said. It's usually the cameraman. When you're watching it, you feel as if the cameraman is you, the viewer, right? So I talk to you a lot, and I do a lot of POV style dildo play, where it's meant to imitate intercourse.
Okay.
Yeah, let me just put it like that. So I do a lot of that. I have squirting dildos where you can just literally fake a cum shot, and it's super. You
said fake the cum shot?
I mean, yeah, like squirting dildo, like.
Oh, okay, got you. Okay, so
yeah, like a bukkake or something. Like
what do you put? What do you put?
It's time to stop the fuckery.
Okay, my headphones just fell off.
That's all right. We heard exactly what you said. Yeah, you can.
But yeah,
go ahead.
Yeah. Like as if a guy's finishing on me, but it's a dildo.
What comes out of it? Do you put like soap, water? Oh, okay.
It's literally called. What was that thing? This company just sent me like a month ago. They sent me a gallon, a motherfucking gallon.
To what? Refill the shit?
Gallon of fake cum, and it's called Spunk Bucket.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
It looks like cum too.
Is it hot and warm like cum too?
No. And it don't really taste like cum either. It don't taste nothing like it either.
At that point, I don't know.
But it looks like it for sure, 100%. So I do a lot of that. I do girl stuff. I do a femdom. That's one of my things.
Elaborate, please, because the audience, including myself on that one, I don't know what can you.
Female domination.
Okay, all right.
So basically, I take advantage of submissive guys. Okay.
Oh, okay, got it.
Guys who like to be humiliated verbally, physically. They like for me to make fun of their small penis. And they like cock and ball torture, for example. You know, things like that. I love it. That's just, I found this to be very refreshing in this industry because, it's easier to get burned out when you just constantly dildoing yourself in front of the camera. You know, like how many times can I masturbate? Let me do something cool and creative. You know. So
now I want to piggyback off of that. What? As far as these, how do you find these individuals that participate? Do they reach out to you and say, "Please, can I be?" Now, how do you know to trust them? How do you know they're not crazy?
Oh, you mean?
As far as when you're doing
I don't do that in person. That's the thing. That's an online thing.
So you're talking to them like through a Zoom. Got you.
So they pay me money to make like a custom video for them, and I'll just talk shit to them. You know.
No, I get it.
Like tell you, like, you don't deserve
that.
Nudity.
Must be so fun. I could imagine.
It's absolutely. I love it.
You're paying me to belittle you. In a way.
Absolutely. I love it and they love it, and it's just so refreshing, you know.
You ever done any with a person in the room with you? Like somebody you know?
I have shot a wrestling video, multiple wrestling and face sitting.
What do you do, sit on their face?
Yes. But face sitting, a lot of people think face sitting means oral sex. That's not
No,
it.
I mean literally like you.
No, I'm suffocating them.
Right.
Okay?
So are you doing it in reverse, or are you putting like your vagina on their face, or are you putting majority of your ass cheeks on their face?
Both. Like, it's everything. Literally, it's thighs.
You're wearing clothes when you're doing it?
Clothes or thong. It could be naked as well. Depends. I did it in, I think it was a onesie. So basically panties.
So when do you stop? When they can't breathe? When you feel like their faces?
When they tap out. When they can no longer take it.
Oh, and how often do you do that type of content?
I wish I could do it more often. Unfortunately, the pandemic happened. So for like over a year, I didn't shoot with anybody. I just recently, maybe like 2 weeks ago, resumed shooting with other people. So I just shot a girl scene with somebody 2 weeks ago. But I'm definitely planning on shooting more face sitting and wrestling content with scrawny guys soon. Right.
Yeah. You said the girl scene. What is that? Are you participating in oral sex? What? Well, you using dildo? You guys having sex with toys? Okay.
It was a full on scene. Like, I'm not gonna tell you everything, but it was basically I was the wife and she was the maid that my husband hired. Okay. So I walked in, I bitched to her a little bit for not knowing how to clean and doing a shitty job cleaning. She basically told me she can do other things.
Right, I got it. So the cheesy porn stuff, I get it. That's what they do.
Yes, the typical porn. And then we got on the bed, did our thing.
Okay.
You know,
so the husband, he was at work?
He wasn't there. Yes, he was at work. So it was us. It was the typical lesbian scene. We just made each other come and things like that. Made out a lot.
And how did you find that girl? Would somebody reach out to you, or somebody you personally know?
I reached out to I hired her. I paid her for the gig, and so that I can own rights to the video.
Got it. To the
and
content.
I can sell it myself.
Yeah. What are some of the things your OnlyFans subscribers ask you for to perform? Like some of the things that make you even scratch your head. Like I didn't think of that shit.
Like
I want it. As long as don't tell me scat. Anything besides scat, I can't deal with.
You don't want to talk about?
I don't want to talk about that. That's too much for me. I just can't get it.
That's a common request though, by the way. But farting is one.
Are these older men requesting this, or is it a combination of both?
Surprisingly, for farting specifically, it's young guys. I've never had an old guy ask for farting ever. Old guys usually, they're just like into like interaction. Like they want like a video of me saying their name and like making myself come and saying, "Oh, Joseph," something like that. Something like that's what they want. But it's the young guys. The young guys are freaky. The young ones, and that's the worst thing. They're freaky and they don't want to pay.
Yeah. But
I get it. One thing that people asked me recently very often, which I don't do. I've never done and I will never do is race play. A lot. They ask about for that a lot.
So is it black men? Is it minorities asking
It's
you to do the
black
race
men.
play?
It's
So
black-
it's not white men. It's majority black men.
It's black men asking me
To call them what?
to say the N word.
Oh, wow.
And do all this
With
stuff.
the ER or the GA?
I don't know
Like
because
the
I
rap
cut it
version
off.
or the what's the one from the South? The Dixie, I forgot. Anyways, the Confederate version or the Tupac
Look, I
version?
can't-
Which one?
I can't answer that because I don't know because I cut it off. I just tell them, look, I don't do it. You
Oh,
know,
okay,
so they don't
okay,
get a chance
okay.
to give me all the details for the request. You know,
Okay.
they just ask me if I do race place if I'm comfortable with using the N word, which I say I'm not, and I will not. I'm not gonna do that, okay? But there are white men who absolutely are into small penis humiliation, and they want me to humiliate them with a BBC, okay? So like,
So what do you pull out?
like a 12
dildo?
inch, like a 12-inch dildo.
Fetishes is crazy, man.
And they love it. They're like, "Oh my god, it's so sexy." Fuck, I came
And what you
so
have to
hard.
you got to use the dildo on yourself. And
Yeah.
so like you use a small dildo and be like, this is not doing nothing for me. Then you take the large one and they get. I got
That's
you.
pretty
I
much
got
what
you.
it is.
I
I
got
do.
you.
I have done cuckold with dildos as well, where I tell my husband that his dick isn't enough. And,
Right.
he's never satisfied me, and please throw me a BBC
Right,
party.
right,
you know.
right.
And then the 2 BBC dildos are right there, like a POV style. Go down on both of them and then ride them and just talk shit to my husband. Tell him you can never fuck me like that.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
Things like that. That's very common. That's very common.
Yeah, no, I
very common.
totally understand. I totally understand. So now let me ask you: have you never thought about going? I'm sure the temptation, because I'm sure you've had agencies reach out to you the whole nine about doing adult films.
So like the thing is, like right now, like I'm making enough money and like I'm capable of producing the same quality stuff, And the thing is, I get to keep the rights.
And own the rights,
And,
right.
and you know what you gonna do? You pay me $1,000 per scene, and then you finna make
Yes,
money
exactly.
off of me for the next 20 years, and I never get to see any of the money. I'm good. I can do this myself. If I ever got into mainstream porn, it would be with a huge company, mostly for exposure, so I could get into their fan base and steal some of their borrow
Yeah,
some of
yeah,
their fan
right.
base, so I can direct the traffic to my OnlyFans where I can sell it myself.
Get it.
I wouldn't really. I don't think you're ever gonna just see me just shooting porn for mainstream companies for money.
So you would do it like
that.
if Brazzers or Bang Bros came to you and said, "Hey, I want to give you a 5-year contract, X amount of dollars." Would you
Probably
take
not.
that? Okay.
I probably what I want is I want a specific scene on my terms.
Got it.
Not necessarily about the money, like I said, but it has to be quality production.
Got it.
I'm not gonna hop on. No offense, but if you
Yeah,
just
yeah.
open a porn agent, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm past it.
Right, right.
So yeah, that's probably.
Do you do porn on your OnlyFans, like with a man, or
I do oral, like I do blowjob on a real dick.
Okay.
And everything besides penetration, pretty much.
Okay.
So like fingering, he can finger me. He can worship my ass or something. I can go down on him, and he can eat me out or something. But
just
I
no
don't-
hardcore sex.
Yeah.
Okay, so now, where do you find that person? Is that somebody you're intimate with, that you have participating in that, or is that just a good friend that? Well, we're not dating, but okay.
It
Gotcha.
really depends. You can hire a male talent and pay them an actual rate
Right.
for them to do it. Then you get to keep all the rights, and you can it's properly done. But sometimes it could happen that you're just getting it on with somebody,
Right.
and you're like, let's pull out a camera and see what's happening.
See what's happening. Yeah, we can
He
applaud
might-
that. We can applaud that. So you, how often do you do that type of content? Do they request that a lot from you?
Not often,
Mm-hmm.
is because I want to keep. They request it all the time.
Okay, got you.
But I want to keep it exclusive. Still, the less you do it, the more valuable it is.
Uh-huh.
So I do it every now and then. Usually it's like a seasonal thing when it's like I drop like a super extensive set for Halloween or something. And I just decide to do like a blowjob video for that occasion. And then I'll release it for 2 weeks only. And be like, get it within those 2 weeks. After that, it's gone. It's locked out in the vault until January next year. And you can't get it. You know, if you want it, maybe you can get it, but you got to pay more money for me to pull it out of the vault. You understand? It's like a limited edition kind of thing. So I do that. Mainly because I don't want to back myself up into a corner and because once you start doing hardcore stuff, it's literally the only thing that they're going to want you to do. And I don't want that. You know, I want to be in control of my shit.
Of course. Do you date? Are you in a, you know?
Right now?
Yeah.
I'm single right now.
Okay.
But I mean, obviously, you know, every now and then I go out on a date.
Do you have time to be a lover, to be somebody's
not really.
woman? Okay.
That's the thing. I just, it's very casual. Like I don't have time, and I'm not in a position right now to commit to a person that. Because if I get in a relationship, it's gonna be serious. I don't play like that.
Right.
I want it to be more of a partnership, you know. And another thing, you know, finding somebody that's gonna be completely okay with me doing what I'm doing. I was gonna
ask you, could you deal with a man if the roles were reversed, or even if you're doing it and he's doing it? Oh, that'd probably be better, right?
Yeah. I'm cool with it. You know, as long as we trust each other and we don't abuse that trust, it's fine. You would let him have sex with the women? I would do that. Yes, absolutely. I mean, if that was his job, especially if that was his job, you know, that's different. If I met him and he's already a porn star, what the fuck am I doing trying to tell him to quit his job? Right. That's different, you know. It's different if he just went out and started cheating. No, that's not good. But yeah. I saw that. Have you appeared in that issue of Straight Stunting magazine, or is it BADD magazine? Did you do that? Both. Yeah. Straight Stunting. That's K Slay one, right? It sure is. It's K Slay's magazine. I was featured in it. Was like last month or 2 months ago, and Bad magazine as well. So I was in both. Would they just have you taking pictures with the butt, the whole 9 yards, showing nice, edited and polished, the whole? I get it. So I actually reached out to K Slay myself. Okay. And I told him, hey, I'm about to do this. Look, do you want it? And he was like, sure, I want it. So I did it. And I just. Do they pay you for that picture, or you just free promotion for you? It's cross promotion. Gotcha. He knows I have an audience, right. And I know he has an audience. Right. So you get fair exchange. It's more like a cross promotion kind of thing. Oh wow. June 10th, you tweeted, quote, "Stop sending me dick pics on the toilet. Literally 50% or more of all dick pics I receive are on the fucking toilet. That's fucking disgusting. I don't think it's a good idea to be taking snaps of your boner while you're taking a shit. Who does that?" Okay, you need to understand. The amount of dick pics I get on the toilet is overwhelming. So this is a true story. I didn't know if you were capping. Whatever amount you have in mind. Triple that, okay? So, all right. So I want to ask you this. How often do they send you these dick pics? Do they send it through your DM? How are you receiving it? And do you really open them up and see it like where you felt like you had to tweet about it? So like the sad part is that the reason why I tweeted about it is because it was on a paid subscription site where they paid me to rate it. Which, because I do dick ratings like a lot. Oh, you do dick ratings? Hold on, this is a whole other thing.
It is time to stop the fuckery.
So people pay you to rate their penis? Oh, for sure. Men are obsessed with their penises. Oh my God, that's some like egotistical. Anyways, they're obsessed. They pay like me. So if you say that, wow, your penis looks gorgeous, that would just be the highlight of their life. Yes, absolutely. I feel like I believe it. They see me as some sort of an expert, you know, because I'm in the adult industry, because they assume I've seen so many dicks, and I'm an expert. You know, I can tell is this good or is this bad. I can. Okay, so now it's like most women don't find the women that I've spoken to, not porn stars, just women in general. They are not they don't speak highly of how penis look.
Well,
it's not the most flattering thing to look at.
It's
they
not.
would say, right? So you are strictly doing your job as a professional when you're critiquing it, or do you get in true enjoyment of?
I mean,
viewing at penises and grading them.
I'm not expecting something beautiful because I already know what it looks
Right,
like.
right,
I know
right.
what a dick looks like.
Right.
Okay, so I'm not expecting a fucking flower or whatever. You know, I know what it is. So based on what it is, I can tell you, out of is it for what it is?
Right, okay.
Is it good or bad? You know?
Wait, okay, so what is the biggest difference with all the
dicks, by the way.
okay?
I love looking at them.
Let me applaud that. What's the biggest difference with the penis besides the size of it or something? Like, what when you're grading it, do you grade it with what things do you grade or critique about it that we wouldn't think as an average viewer?
So like I look at the girth and size, but that's not the main thing. Cause you can have a huge penis, but it can just be straight up ugly. You know. I definitely look at the angle of the photo too, because there's a specific angle I'm looking at. I want to see the balls too.
Got it. We can applaud that.
Is it veiny? Is it really hard? Is it like halfway hard or extra hard? Is it circumcised? Like these kind of things. I just judge it aesthetically. Like, is it aesthetic?
So they
I
say
I can tell you if it's fuckable or not.
I
can do that, and I give you a short description of what it is or what I think about it, and then I'll give you like a rating 0 to 10.
What makes a 10 being the highest? What makes somebody have a 10 penis?
Nobody has ever gotten that.
Nobody has ever gotten. What's the highest you've rated a penis?
I think it was like an 8.5.
And why did you give it that? It was nice size, nice girth, the whole 9 yards. It wasn't discolored.
Literally, I think it was huge, but not like too huge.
Okay.
So it was like maybe like 8 inches, 8.5, 9 maybe. It was pretty thick.
Right.
It was veiny. It was circumcised. The balls were nice. He was trimmed. The photo was a good quality photo, not on the toilet.
Right.
So
we can applaud that.
all that, it just overall was a nice photo of a nice penis.
Do you wake up sometime and think and visualize those? Say you just did a viewing. Say you just did a test run, or you viewed penises last night. Do you wake up in those penis, or have you ever gone to sleep and had dreams of penises falling from the sky or something?
No, but
sir,
you need to understand that I get like 50 pics a day. Like, so it's
on
always,
the regular. Oh, wow.
There's always dick pics in my DM, on Twitter, on Instagram, in my email, on my website, on OnlyFans. There's always in my comments on Twitter. I'm pretty sure if you went through my Twitter right now, I do block them though, so it'll be harder. But if you found a post that I somehow didn't see, there's gonna be a dick pic in there.
And the fact
that the
they
toilet ones are the worst. Yeah, they're disgusting. Yeah, all I can think of at that point, I don't care. Your dick could be 10 inches and it could be the best dick I've ever seen, but you're on a toilet. Yeah. The only thing I can think of is that you're taking a shit.
Yeah, your ass is dirty. Yeah, we can.
I can't do this.
It's time to stop the fuckery.
To all you men out there, she just gave you.
And that's not just me. It's literally, I can guarantee you pretty much every woman is going to say the same thing. We hate it. We absolutely hate it. The dick pics on the toilet. Yeah. We hate it. It's horrible.
What else do they do that you hate? Just let me know.
What they do that I hate. Subscribe to my OnlyFans and try to sex me right away. I'm like, hey, I'm in a meeting, and they're like, oh, what would you do to me if you were there right now? And I'm like, mother.
They pay you to. Do you have to? In order for you to respond, they have to pay for you to respond, right? Well, once they subscribe, I guess that's...
Well, I reply to every message on OnlyFans regardless whether you send me a tip or not. But obviously, I prioritize men who tip, okay? So because the messages with a tip are going to appear at the top of my list, always. So, I might take a little longer to respond to you. And then if you just try to continue to chat with me for 20 minutes straight and you're not tipping, I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to tell you, look, it will help if you tipped or bought something or purchased this picture or something. You know, you're paying for my time. They should understand it. A lot of times they do try to get over. So I hate that for sure. And yeah, pretty much all women hate it too. All the adult creators, we hate it.
Do you have stalkers? Do people push on to you too strong?
Not really. I don't. The reason why I don't have that many haters and stalkers is because I don't engage in that.
Mm-hmm.
So my page, there's like literally nothing negative about it. Like you're not gonna find me just going back and forth with people engaged in drama. And you know, if you saw it on my page, somebody gonna get triggered and add their drama. But since they can't see it, nobody's really doing it. So I don't really have that many haters and stalkers, but I do recall one situation when I received serious death threats. It was horrible.
For what?
for not wanting to actually. I'm not lying. That was for not wanting to rate a penis in a Twitter DM. And the guy stalked me and sent me death threats for months. And it was a guy from Miami too. So
oh wow!
I was
So you had to take that serious.
I was
Right.
legit scared. I was scared. This guy was
That's
crazy. He used to post videos of himself just bumping into palm trees and talking about white bitch thinks she can fuck with me and posting death threats on his Instagram and emails, and he literally subscribed to my OnlyFans just to send death threats too. So he paid to send me death threats. It was awful, okay? But that was just one situation I recall that was really serious. Everything else was some bullshit, you know? You can block them, they make another account, write a mean comment twice, and then that's it.
Because I saw also on your Twitter, June 8th, you tweeted out a picture of your tire slash. You really think somebody slashed your tire?
Yeah, I don't think it was anybody that knew that was me at all. Like I think it was just, you know, I don't think it was a hater or anything. Matter of fact, somebody told me that I might have just did it myself, you know, because a day before I had gone out to like a dirt road to do like a outdoor shoot.
Got you.
So I mean, it could have been a coincidence, you know.
You would advise up and coming plus size models to do what?
Take this seriously and treat it like a job that it is, you know, because women, like I said, I already told you, women think they hot and they can get all the money, you know, but then they get on OnlyFans and I'm like, how do I make money? Nobody's spending money on me, you know. How do you get so many tips? Like I literally just posted like a screenshot the other day of this guy sending me $800 in tips in 50s, like 50, 50, 50, 50, 50, 50. And I had women reach out to me like, how do you do that? Can you give me some advice? You know, then I get on their page and I see that you don't take this seriously. You don't have any content. Your content is shit. You know, you're giving out basically everything for free. You're fisting your asshole on Twitter for free. That's not how you gonna make $800 off of tips in like 5 minutes. You're not gonna do that.
So strategic marketing.
Strategic marketing is one. Treat it like a job that it is. Invest in yourself. That's one thing too. I can't stress this enough. These women, they cheap. They can't. They don't want to spend money. And I just always tell them, like, have you ever seen a company that doesn't have a marketing budget? Like, do you imagine Nike like not advertising their product? And their woman's not Nike. Bitch, that's the same thing.
Right.
I'm making money too. I have a company. You know, I have a marketing budget every single month.
Of course.
And I try to make it a little more.
Right.
Every time, you know, because the more you spend, the more you make. Stop being cheap. Tell them like they want to listen. They don't want to listen. But that is why I dropped the coaching. I created a workshop for aspiring female creators. And I help women make money online.
Yes, I did see that.
So yeah, you can literally get on the phone with me and discuss my strategies, and I will create a personalized program for you. That's what makes my course unique. The fact that it's an individual approach, you know, because most people have like a PDF or like a pre-recorded video of them just giving tips and tricks on YouTube. what I do is I literally evaluate your social media and your subscription platforms all by myself personally, and I create a program just for you. That's why it works. Because I take your boundaries into consideration. I take your personal goals, because everybody has a different goal, you know?
Right.
So one person might want to make $5,000 a month. The other person might want to make $50,000 a month. That's not the same, you know? One person might be okay with hardcore porn. The other person is only okay with topless play. That's not the same.
Right.
So that's why my program works. That's why if anybody listening to this, y'all want to make money online, get on my workshop.
Romi Chase joined us on the Bougie Show. What do you do? What do you do on your off time? What do you do for fun?
Off time, what's that?
You're on your shit. We travel more for that.
No, but for real, I really don't have that much free time. But I'm absolutely a binge watcher. I binge watch shows. Like if I start a show, if it's out, I'm about to finish that in like a month. Like,
Give me a good show to watch.
Oh, I recently finished. Well, I'm kind of late with that, but I finished How to Get Away with Murder with Viola Davis.
Never watched it.
Oh,
is it worth my time?
Viola Davis.
Is it girly? I can't deal with the girly stuff.
No,
I need hardcore
not at all.
stuff. Okay.
It's not girly.
All right.
It's about murder and lawyers and courtroom and things like that. But it's just a lot of drama in it, but not in like a girly way.
Right, got it.
Like nobody's like crying and no breakups.
Right. Okay.
But yeah, Viola Davis, she did an amazing job. I was so impressed. I was like, man, I finished that show in like a month, and it was like 6 seasons. How busy I am. 6 seasons in a month is maybe it wasn't a month,
right?
But it was a short amount of time for sure.
What else you do? You drink, smoke?
I sure do.
Okay. Talking my language now.
I smoke. I smoke weed. I don't smoke cigarettes. I smoke weed. And I drink. I drink alcohol. I love wine.
You're a wine.
I love wine, but I love whiskey as well.
You like cognac?
I like cognac. Hennessy good. Douce is my favorite. Yeah, I like alcohol. Period. I'm Eastern European.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
We drink a lot.
Yes. Yeah, you're from Poland.
We drink so much in Poland, so much. But yeah, so for sure, I like to chill, and I love to drive.
You like to drive?
I love to drive, and this was like literally nothing for me to like come around.
So you work in California because everything,
I love to drive without a purpose though. Like I like to get in my car and just get on the highway.
Music?
And just drive. Music too.
What do you listen to when you say you got to drive to Tallahassee right now? What are you playing?
I'm probably gonna have a
by
mix.
yourself.
Oh, by myself.
Yes, by yourself.
Okay, so there's gonna be a mix of everything there, but I definitely, my favorite music genres are definitely rap and R&B for sure.
Okay.
So
you a '90s baby?
I am.
Okay. You grew up off '90s music, or you?
Well, you need to understand that I grew up in Europe, so it's different. What y'all had here, we didn't have access to that. But I definitely listen to old school music a lot. Yeah.
How do people react to you when you're recognized in the streets in public?
How do they react? They want to like talk and stuff, but sometimes they just like say hi and then just like escape. And sometimes they want to take a picture, and a lot of times I'm caught off guard because it happens usually when I'm like when I don't want to be recognized.
Right. Like they're not gonna catch you when you come here to do. Got you.
To get recognized. My God, but it's usually the tattoo that gives it away. Always, because I'm in Florida, I can't put on long. So that's literally what I started doing, putting on long sleeve hoodies and hats so nobody can see this tattoo, because that's what gives it up. And my car also does that too.
Oh yeah, I knew as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. You gonna switch? You gonna switch it up? In the future? No.
I mean, yeah, in the future for sure. But like, I just bought it like last year. So it's pretty new, I have another car, so if I really don't want to be recognized, I just take the other car.
Do they tell you like, oh, well, you're smaller than I thought you were, or are you bigger than what I thought you were when they see you?
Not really. Not really. They really don't talk much, It's just, they usually just caught off guard and they're like, oh, that's Romi, There was a funny situation. I was with Wawa getting gas, and this guy was there with his girlfriend or wife or whatever, And so she's over there picking out some donuts or whatever. And he ran up to me. He was like, Romi, jeez, my God. I just had to say hi. My girl over there.
That's it. And you got up out of
there.
there.
All right, I gotta go. Bye.
What you did? Just laughed?
Yeah, basically. I was like, oh, that's cool. Hi. Yeah, it's, they sweet. It's different at conventions. If it's like a public event, they know it's me, and I know I'm gonna get approached, so I'm all pimped up and pretty looking. So it's different. I'm prepared for it, But yeah, on the street, it's not necessarily. I don't always love that.
Right. What advice do you have for men trying to get with a plus size model? Date a plus size model. Get
Stop
to know,
fetishizing us. Cause that's the thing. I can't even tell you how many times I heard a guy say they would literally fuck a big girl or busty girl, a thick girl, whatever, but they wouldn't take her home. I heard it so much. Now, mind you, this was mostly white dudes.
Right. They don't appreciate the.
But it was, and it still is a situation. Like they fetishize us so much. It's y'all want to get with a big girl, but that's mostly for sexual reasons. It's not. Yeah.
It's a fetish.
Yeah, it's mostly a fetish, and that bothers me. I don't mind because I'm a very sexual person, and I love to fuck, and we can get freaky.
Do? Okay,
for sure.
Okay.
We can get freaky and stuff, but I also want to be seen as your partner.
Of course, not just an object.
Every time I bend over, you shouldn't be slapping my ass and
or
grabbing
thinking about
your
sticking
meat.
something up in it. Yeah.
Yeah, this can get annoying. It can get really annoying. For sure. Especially if you try to be serious and they staring at your tits and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And you're a woman, you are able to articulate yourself and you have some form of education. At least look in my eyes sometimes.
Right. And I'm pretty dominant myself,
Yeah.
So I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Disrespecting me right here. Like, what are you doing? Look at me. You shouldn't be thinking about fucking me every single minute of the day. Yeah.
You prefer a dad bod or a six pack?
Dad bod. All day.
Why? Now tell me why.
Cause it's when a guy has like a chubby stomach and big arms and he's tall and has like a deep masculine voice, that makes my pussy wet. Yeah, it's I don't know.
Freak in the building.
I can't do a skinny guy too because I'm a big girl.
You don't want to feel like you're overwhelming them.
Yeah, for sure, and I would be. I'm like 190 pounds, like 5'4". I'm short and big. I need a tall guy that's
wide shoulders,
and arms and legs.
And when he's wrapping his arm around you, feel like you are in your man's hand. And
for sure.
Right, got you. What's the corniest thing a guy has done to get your attention? As of late,
just straight up lie about everything just to impress me, and thinking that I'm not smart enough to catch on. That's the worst. It just like this guy was like, he was like pretending that he was like so rich, okay, and like I never expressed that that's what I want. Like I don't. I got my money. I'm good.
Right.
But he was like, I'm so rich. I'm so successful in this, and you must respect me because I'm like this. But every single thing that you do tells me exactly the opposite.
Yeah. Actions speak louder.
And then they're saying stuff like, "Bitch, I got so much money. I got my Gucci slides on, and I got my Gucci shades on
like
my
you dealing
dresser."
with some niggas.
And he's literally naming every single expensive item he has in his house.
Oh yeah, that's some nigga shit there. Oh, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I wouldn't call it that.
Well,
but
I can say it.
It's just everything that you're doing and saying tells me the exact opposite. And I mean, I'm a woman that I make money too. I do stocks. I have companies that I run. I do investments. You can talk to me about the real stuff. Mm-hmm. Hopefully teach me something about the real shit. Don't talk to me about no Gucci slides.
Right, yeah, that's...
Please.
Yeah. That's small. Stop the fuckery.
Right.
Where do you get approached most? Like by men? Is it
Where?
grocery store or anytime you go out?
You know what? It depends. I don't go to like Walmart or anywhere like that anymore. But when I did, it was
yeah,
that.
you can't go to Walmart.
It was a Walmart or something of that
Especially
caliber.
an inner city Walmart. Oh man, seeing you coming through.
I don't do that no more. But yeah, when I used to go, that was. But back before this whole thing started,
that was happening.
That was happening a lot because like I said, I came here. I didn't have no money. I had to pay bills, so I had to shop at Walmart. Not ashamed of that at all. Save a lot. Know that stores. Thrift stores and stuff, so I definitely got a lot of attention in those kind of places.
Well, you weren't an exotic dancer at any point in time, were you?
No, never.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
but I've always looked like this pretty much, So yeah, show up at Walmart and you definitely getting hollered at.
You exercise? You eat what you want? What do you do?
I have a personal trainer.
Okay.
So we work out together twice a week. After that, obviously, she's always bitching at me. Oh, you should be exercising by yourself 2 more times a week. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
You got siblings?
I do. I have a sister.
She's shaped like you?
Not at all.
Oh wow. Same parents?
Yeah.
Wow.
My sister's very big though. Like she
Obese?
obese,
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
morbidly obese. So
You're not obese. You're
I
not.
mean,
I wouldn't consider you obese.
according to BMI, I am.
Yeah, but you're not.
That's
obese.
funny though. I recently
You have a shape, so you're
I
not
recently
obese.
just did a checkup, and everything was perfect. No, like issues and everything. But obviously the BMI, they have to mark it as obesity, and I just felt so hurt. I was like, like I don't feel obese, but I understand. I am overweight. I'm cool with that. But morbidly obese though.
Obese, you're not going to see a shape on a person if they're obese.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that right?
No.
Yeah, so my sister is morbidly obese. So I don't know if she, maybe took care of herself. I don't know what her body.
She's in Poland?
Yes.
Oh,
she's
okay.
been obese. She's been morbidly obese the
Yeah,
whole
she's
time
gonna
I've
have to.
known her, So
All right. If you had an opportunity to tell a known figure something about themselves, something you feel like they needed to hear, who would that be and what would you say?
a known figure.
A celebrity.
A celebrity. Something about themselves? Oh.
Excuse me, coughed up on. If you had the opportunity to tell a celebrity something about themselves that you feel like they needed to hear, who would that be and why? You never seen a show, man. If I ever had to tune out, I'd tell that person, blah blah blah. You never.
Does it have to be celebrity though?
Yes.
Because
they're not gonna know. Swallow down the wrong. They're not gonna know who you're talking about if you say Gerald from around that be at Burger King or some shit. You know what I mean? So because usually women especially if I had the opportunity I would tell that person he's such an asshole. Okay, all right.
I don't know.
If you don't have to answer.
I don't have that.
All right, let's. All right, that's cool.
Sorry.
That's all right. Let's start moment of truth. Moment of truth. I'm going to ask you certain questions. You're going to tell me if it's true, if it's false. You can explain why it's false, or you can pay pass. You don't want to answer the question.
Okay.
All right. You would never shoot porn, no matter how much money is involved.
False.
Okay. All right. Why is that false?
Because I already told you I might shoot porn for my own benefit, for
okay,
exposure.
got you. If you became an adult film star, you wouldn't change your name?
True.
Okay. You can tell by a woman's eyes if she want to sleep with you.
False. It takes a little more than that.
Okay.
You can look at somebody, you can be attractive to somebody and, you can see it in the eyes that there's attraction, but that doesn't mean I want to fuck.
Right.
That means maybe I'm interested in you. Maybe
Porn
I'm
stars
trying to
say
get to
yes.
know you.
Yeah,
Maybe
gotcha.
I am trying to fuck.
Uh-huh.
But I feel like we all
You can't
adults. And we adults, and you can literally just ask me, maybe maybe not do you want to fuck? Don't do that.
Well, I mean, you can tell okay, if a woman because they say a woman knows within matter of 5 seconds if they would sleep with the person.
I don't know what woman you're talking about.
Okay, so that doesn't apply to you.
Not me, because now, sir, you need to understand this. I'm so much past this casual let's fuck. I need to be attracted to you, and to be attracted to you, I need to feel like you're intelligent, smart. We can talk about stuff. I can't do stupidity, and I don't care how hot you are. I can't do no stupid guy.
We can applaud that.
Yeah,
most definitely.
In that case, it takes a little more for me. You know?
Got it. It's been a minute since you got your cherry popped.
True.
Rough sex isn't your thing.
False.
Okay, you like rough, but how rough? You like a little
we
slap?
can get rough.
I had a girl say she want to see stars. That kind of rough?
No, maybe not like that, but we can get rough. I do like to experiment a lot, and I'm super open.
Give me an example of what kind of rough you like. Slapping on the butt, pulling the hair.
We can pull the hair. We can choke. We can
spit in the mouth.
We can do that too.
When I was working on your questions, not to cut you off, when I was working on your questions, I was actually watching YouTube, Tupac, How Do You Want It, the X-rated version. He had porn stars in it, Heather Hunter, Nina Hartley, all that. And Casey from Jodeci, Casey and JoJo, he's pouring champagne down the woman's vagina. And then he's at the bottom of it, catching it as it's dripping off the vagina. Would you allow a man to do that to you?
Depends. Probably. I mean, it depends on...
So you freaky into
on the
that type
circumstances.
Okay.
I'm totally into that. All kind of different things. I'm very open. I'm open to group sex, all that stuff.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm a freak.
You've done swingers events?
Not clubs,
okay.
No.
But you've experienced.
I have experimented with different things. Okay, let's just say that.
You've dated a criminal before.
False.
Okay. Your breasts have gotten things your way most of the time.
I would say true and false, but the reason why false is because I don't
You don't use your breast to get it, guys.
Not really. You know, I do remember one time I did try to use it to get out of a ticket, and it worked. but other than that, I don't use it because I feel like I have so much more to offer. Like, you can really talk to me about a lot. Like, I'm not dumb. You know, I can pretty much finesse my way out of a situation without having to flash my tits.
Got it.
You know, let's just say that.
Yeah. You're bothered with things that you can't control.
True. I'm a little bit of a control freak for sure.
You have to remind people all the time that you're not an adult film star.
False. True and false. Okay. You know, it's both. It's people ask, and some people think it's the same thing. Some people, but most people know the difference. So not really, no. If
you want children, you would want your first child to be a boy.
False.
Okay. Interesting. All right. Romi said, no, maybe because the girl and you see the things that women have to deal with and all that. You know, I just thought maybe you want a boy. When it comes to your career, you want this conclusion not for your career, but for the end of by the end of 2021 for the rest of what do you want? What do you want the conclusion to be? What do you want to have happen?
By the end of 2021?
Yes. You want what to be done from now until then? Where you want your career to be at from that point in time, by the time January 2022? You expect to have something accomplished?
I'm trying to expand for sure. I always try to expand. Okay, so I can't tell you exactly what it is going to be, but I'm definitely, one thing that I can guarantee you, and there's going to be something else going on for me, not just this. Okay, like I said, when I started this, I made some money. I put it in stocks, and I put the stocks on it. I started another company, and I opened a boudoir, like a project. And then something else happened. Now I'm about to drop my first, very soon, my first personal stroker. Oh. So like a flashlight.
Yeah, we applaud that. That's an
so that's another thing. I'm always doing something, you know. I'm trying to always. I always want more, and I don't stop, you know. So I guarantee you, by the end of 2021, something else is going to be happening for me. I can't guarantee you what it is.
Just overall,
but it's going to be something. I'm trying to expand for sure. Always.
Romi Chase joining us on the Bougie Show. Romi, you want to let them know before we get out of here what platforms they can find out and what new content or whatever you got going on?
For sure. I do OnlyFans. It's and Instagram and Twitter. Y'all can find me on RomiChase.com. That's where all my verified links are. So you can find my OnlyFans link there and my Sex Panther and all the different platforms that I do. My Instagram is Romi_Chase, and my Twitter is Romi_Chase as well. So yeah, but if you simply just Google Romi Chase, it's gonna be right there.
Okay. Yeah. Romi Chase joining us on the Bougie Show. Thank you so much for coming and joining us, Romi Chase. I appreciate you. Great interview. And yeah, we checking out Zay DJ Bougie Show.
It's the Bougie Show with Zay the DJ.